Why is it difficult for somebody to understand that when you take up a gun to shoot some other persons, that person you are shooting is a human being like you? How many decades, how many centuries, how many millenniums do we need to understand that the person in front of you is a human being? Why is it difficult
Well,
for us to understand?
I think that's a multifaceted question. I think one of the big problems with that issue is propaganda. So if when you go to the movies, if you don't have any contact with purple people, right? But when you go to the movies, all you see about purple people is that they're criminals, they're murderers, they're rapists, they want to hurt you. So then when you run into a purple person, all you're going to see is a threat because that's all you know. You don't know any purple people in person, right? You just know what you see on TV, what you see in the movies, what you see on the news. That's all you know. It shapes what you think and how you look, right? At the purple people. So when you encounter a purple person, automatically in your mind, you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is what I saw in that movie. This is what I saw on TV. These people are a threat to me. I have to protect myself, right? So it's not going to pain me to get rid of the threat because in my mind, it's me or them, if that makes sense. So a lot of what goes on here is propaganda. These images and messages that are going out to people who don't have a diverse lifestyle and don't really know anybody in the purple people group. It doesn't bother them to do anything to the purple people because in their mind, these purple people are beasts. They act like wild animals. They should be treated as such.
Well, I can even take that as a justification. But what if this animal, this beast, are living in the same society? They are having the same passport. At least, say maybe for example, I am the so-called good American, the perfect one, because I'm coming from Europe. My parents are coming from Europe, and maybe in my neighborhood there is this animal that is coming from Africa, but he have never killed any person from my family. He had never done anything wrong to me. Why do I just because he look like the person I see on the television? Because the person in the television is guilty, my neighbor who haven't done anything to me is also guilty. Is it that these people don't have any responsibility so that we blame everything on the government and the media? That is where I'm also going with this
So
question.
so I don't know how to answer that because I can't really speak for what's going on in people's minds. I can just tell you that, if you're a purple person coming to the United States from another country, just looking at you, people don't know you came here from another country. Maybe when you start speaking, if they hear your accent or something, but just to look at you, nobody's going to know the difference between me, you, and the person over here. You can't look at somebody for the most part and tell what country they came from or that they're an immigrant here or that they're here on vacation. You look like the purple people.
Mhm. And these purple people usually are the African people, and they are usually the victim at the end of the day. All right, that is fine. Now, these people.
I was trying not to say that.
Okay, yeah, we can see it, we see it every day, Maybe before it wasn't every day, Maybe the police could just take you out, tie a rope on your neck. I don't know how they do it. People just got missing. But now we can see the picture, and you say, did it really happen? Of course, it happened. We see a policeman kneeling on the neck of somebody until the person dies. Not that it make a mistake. Not that they were just trying to shoot. The person shoot at the police, then the police had to shoot back. You know, it, it's not even rational, no? Because as a policeman, like I usually say, you are not supposed to be a murderer. You are supposed to be the one who arrests a criminal. You don't go there and shoot a criminal and bring the dead body. How can that dead body face justice? How can you, the one who are supposed to uphold the law? Because by the time you go there and start shooting criminal around, you are a lawbreaker. You are not upholding the law. It means that if I have a gun, you are coming to arrest me. I know you are going to kill me. I should shoot you from the window. Because if I open I open the door for you to come in, you are going to shoot me. Why should I wait for you to kill me? I should kill you. What kind of a society is that? Is it that people don't understand it? Do we need to go into psychology to be explaining how the police to function? Why is it? I don't understand it.
I don't really understand it either. That's probably a question for somebody who understands the human psyche. That's not my area. I just know that there are a lot of things that happen in this world that, in my opinion, are not right. And it's going to take all of us, no matter where we live, no matter how much money we make, no matter what we look like, no matter what our religious beliefs, no matter what our political beliefs, no matter what our gender, no matter what our sexual orientation, none of that matters. We are human beings. When we see injustice happening in the world, we need to get with groups of people and stand up and say, this isn't right. And we need to do our part to make a difference, and to stand up for the rights of those who feel like they can't stand up for themselves. Because there are people in situations who they feel like they have no voice, they have no backing, they have no support, nobody's listening. We need to be able to use the platforms that God has given us to stand up for those people and make a difference. That's what I believe. I do that every single day of my life. I encourage other people to do it. I can't give an answer to what somebody else is thinking or why groups of people behave this way and that way. I don't know. And to be honest, I don't spend a lot of time trying to figure it out, because people are dying. And so what we need to do is make sure that we're doing our part in this struggle, because everybody has a role to play. We need to make sure that we're playing our role with the skills that the Lord has given us to make a difference. That's what I think. And we need to train up the next generation so that they don't think like those people. That's why we have to educate people on what's right, what their rights are, how to exercise those rights, and embolden people to claim those rights and to stand up for those rights, so that this next generation coming up doesn't behave like the generation before them that were doing all the wrong things for the wrong reasons.
Thank you very much for that. Sorry that I'm putting the hard question to you, but I don't
No,
know
it's
who else
okay.
I should put it to, because you are talking about human rights. So all the questions that I just, because I can't find answer to this. So that is anyway. We are just here talking
And I
about
don't know
the.
that there is an answer, unfortunately. I just don't know. I just don't know. So I didn't really answer your question because I don't know the answer.
It's okay. All right. Now, like I said before, if the case of abuse in the United States were to be in Iraq or Afghanistan, we will look for a way to easily justify it, because they don't have democracy. So we have to go there and help the people. Yeah, which is what people should usually do in some cases. But the people in the United States are like every other person in the world, whether you are in Nigeria or you are in South Africa or you are in Italy or you are in Germany. If your right is abused, your right is abused. So there is no smaller right or bigger right. All of us are equal in front of the law. That is the way it's supposed to
Yes.
be. All right.
Mm-hmm.
By the time people's rights are abused, in the case of maybe what we have in the United States, and you cry out, nobody hears you. Or actually, what should the people do in order to make sure that their rights are respected, their human rights? What should the people do?
Well, like I said, they need to, when these things are going on, there are organizations and groups of people on the ground in different communities all across the United States and all across the world that are fighting these battles. Those are the groups that you need to reach out to. So you need to reach out to those groups and let them know what's going on, because they work at the grassroots level. So it's great to be complaining to the government way up here, right? But by the time you gets through all the bureaucracy and the red tape and gets down to the people, people are dead. We got to connect with the grassroots people. The power is with the people. So you need to connect with the grassroots organizations in your local community who can stand up for you. That's what we have to do, because those organizations are connected to bigger organizations, and it goes up like that. The change is going to happen from the ground up, not the top down, in other words.
All right. Now, within the human right abuse and talk and rights and whatever it is that is guiding it, what is motivating you to continue this particular struggle, looking at how complex it is? It's not really supposed to be complex. We just make it complex. So what
Right.
is your motivation for it?
My motivation is that I have a love for people, and I honestly believe deep down in my soul that everyone has a right to life. Period. I don't care who they are. I don't care where they were born. I don't care if they came from a rich family, a poor family. It doesn't matter to me. You were born, you matter, and you have a right to life. Full stop. That's what motivates me.